So we have some more good news for Xbox fans, and this is something that everybody, I think, can get behind. It's nice to see the positive stuff come out, and just double nice to see something for Xbox fans to be excited for. So, I know a lot of people think that there is a little bit of a discord there between some of the videos that I do and how I talk about Xbox on social media. And just for the record, I'll kind of address that real quick. So in any of my videos, even if it's like, hey, Xbox just killed PlayStation, that's usually how I feel about something that they've done, and that's kind of my opinion on the subject. But I'll also tell you flat out, I don't like their plan of not having any exclusive games. I think that is very much something that needs to change, and hopefully it changes before it's too late. But anyway, this is good news as far as I'm concerned. Let's get into it. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you guys would be so kind as to like the video, I would appreciate it. Share it out. Maybe even consider subscribing. That would be amazing. So yeah, thank you guys so much for that. I do daily gaming content, so if you guys are looking for, daily gaming content, hey, that's exactly what I do. And, again, that's really much appreciated. So if any of you guys follow this channel for any period of time, you probably know one of my favorite franchises is Gears of War, and it is just a fantastic thing to see kind of happen. And I love the way that they've kind of worked at getting Gears of War to be relevant. Like E-Day looks like it could be the big thing again. But now, according to this, Xbox has enlisted veteran Gears of War studio to co-develop the next series. So the people that did Gears of War 1, 2, 3, and Judgment, People Can Fly, are help co-developing Gears of War E-Day. The Polish developer has long-standing history with the franchise, dating back to when it was owned by original creator Epic Games. It was co-development partner on Gears 1 through 3 and the lead developer of Gears of War Judgment. So I know a lot of people might go, oh, Judgment is terrible, whatever. I actually thought Judgment had a fair campaign for, the quick turnaround they had on that. And they tried something new with the multiplayer. And the reason why they tried something new with the multiplayer is because they were trying to, differentiate it a little bit, because the Gears of War 3 multiplayer was still strong. So you didn't want to have really two competing multiplayers there. So, I applaud them for, going out and doing that and trying to make sure that, they had the different things there to kind of do what they needed to do. So I didn't think it was a bad multiplayer. I just thought it was very different, and a different kind of tactic. Who knows? It might work nowadays if they did something similar, but the ability to kind of roll off the second floor and having kind of multiple levels was interesting. I actually, even though I'm a big Gears head, I re-upped, I think, the most on that game. So yeah, it's very interesting to see that. This is what they had to say. Returning to collaborate on the next chapter of this legendary saga is both a privilege and exciting opportunity to build upon the intense, visceral action and rich storytelling that fans have come to love. We are deeply grateful for our partners' trust and support on this journey. Microsoft announced the next mainline entry in the Gears of War series at last summer's Xbox Game Showcase. E-Day is billed as an origin story that depicts the horror of the Locust invasion on Emergence Day through the eyes of Marcus Phoenix. Following its reveal, it was claimed that Microsoft could release the game in 2025, which we had been talking about a little bit, which I think would be actually kind of cool if they managed to kind of get that out there and make it so somebody could, play it this year. I think that would be very, very much an epic situation. Gears of War E-Day is not just our next major game, it's a return to what makes Gears of War special and authentic. We're pleased to be partnered with the talented folks at People Can Fly, who have been part of our franchise legacy for so long. People Can Fly development director said, our team at People Can Fly is made up of dedicated Gears of War fans, is pouring everything we have into creating an experience that will exceed expectations. While we can't share more just yet, we're eager for the day when we can show all the exciting things we've been working on. So last month, of course, People Can Fly announced plans to lay off a significant number of employees due to external market pressures. And They said that the Painkiller Bulletstorm and Outrider Studio was suspending or parting ways with more than 125 talented developers as it reduces its self-publishing plans and suspended work on an unannounced game. So we don't really know what's kind of going on right there. But the interesting thing here is these guys helped make the original few co-developed the original few Gears of War games, and I think that can only be looked at as a positive. Like, I'm not saying that the coalition is bad. Obviously they're talented developers in their own right with doing things. Some people have pointed out maybe this is a development team that's going to actually help on the PlayStation version or whatever. I can't really comment on that. I just think that it's common for developers to have co-development, and if you look at Xbox teams, that's pretty much what a lot of them are doing, which is very interesting to see, especially if you've struggled a little bit in the past. So when you see that a team like this is going to help with the next Gears of War, I think that's pretty cool. Now, when did they start co-developing? I think that would be a pertinent question. Is this game going to come out this year? I mean, it'd be cool if it came out this year, but something tells me if it came out this year, we probably wouldn't see, the Fable game. And would I rather see Fable this year or Gears of War? I mean, that's a real tough question. Probably Fable, because it's been longer since we've seen that, and I'm eager to see what they had to do. But even that game is being co-developed with the Montreal team that did one of my favorite games, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. So there's that to kind of look at and look into as well. I love the fact that Microsoft is allowing these studios to kind of have outside help or whatever. That's pretty cool. Whatever it takes to get these games done, whether it be teaming up with studios or whatever. And I think bringing back a studio that helped so early in the Gears of War franchise is nothing but a good thing. So hopefully we can see that happen in the future, and I would be exceptionally excited about that type of stuff. So again, when you look at how Microsoft is handling these things, you can't really be down on them for that. But like I said, when it comes to this, man, that's pretty cool news. You at least get half the team, because Epic Games helped make the original Gears of War games, and they did a good job. But the fact that People Can Fly was right there with them, doing some really cool stuff, I think that really kind of goes and showcases that they know that you have to go back and do stuff that appeals to that crowd, and that's the thing that I feel like we're starting to see now. It's like when it comes to the Gears of War games, 4 and 5 were, from a technical standpoint, fine games, right? But they weren't really Gears of War games, in my opinion. And that's why I think you have to go back to the past and, go back to kind of what works and stuff like that. And I believe that's what Microsoft is doing here. So that's, bravo to them for, trying to reinvent things and keep their, keep their console relevant, and it realistically kind of helps everybody get excited for the future. Like, listen, there was a point there where Gears of War were so popular. These games were so popular, that honestly, when I look at that, I just say to myself, people really thought this game and this franchise was going to overtake Halo because it was so popular and people loved it so much. They got really kind of complacent with Gears 4. The characters weren't as good. They weren't as brash. It wasn't as over the top. And I think that hurt the situation, and people really wanted that big over the top kind of dude bro shooter, and they didn't do it. They kind of switched around protagonists, and it's not like a sexist thing to say, but it's like you had lead protagonists in this, right? Like, even though I didn't like him, I didn't think Marcus's son was that great. Marcus and Dom and Baird and Coltrane, those are a great cast of characters. The characters that they have now aren't nearly as memorable or as good, so you naturally have some kind of an issue right there out of the gate, and that's unfortunate. But still, you can rectify that with E-Day, because guess what? You're going back to what people love, and that is kind of like what made Gears of War so special in the first place. Like, I got very much kind of a Mad World vibe from the game, or from what we saw from the preview. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys are into Gears of War and are excited by this, let me know down in the comments. I certainly do appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Please like the video, share it out, subscribe, rack them up, fact them up, crap gamer them up, crap gamer out.